transfer over to the minute countdown. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to ItsKim Live. I am ItsKim. If you've never been here before, this is my show. I usually do about twice a week. We talk about pop culture stuff, mental health, all types of things. I love Britney Spears, so she tends to pop up here a lot. But we also talk about many other things. Here's the way the show normally goes. We have the main stories at the beginning, then we have a halftime where we all just kind of chill and talk. It is an interactive show. And then at the end, near the end of the show, we have a What the What section, which is where we just look at something that's fun, wild, crazy from around the internet and just enjoy that and react together. If you are watching on the replay, no worries. In the description or in the top comment, there should be timestamps, and you can jump around to whatever part of the show you want to watch, or you can watch it in full. And if you are live, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I do have to start my show off right away saying thank you to the support that has already come in for my show, and I so appreciate it. First of all, Denise has been a member for 7 months. And she has let me know that the Nutcracker made its way inside. And for those of you that don't know, Denise has been sharing with me over the past couple weeks just some of the stuff with the holidays. And she sent me the most terrifying photo of a Nutcracker whose eyes move and glow and plays music. And she said it kind of freaks her out every time she goes past it. We were talking about scary holiday things that freak us out. Can confirm the thing is terrifying. And thank you very much, Shauna Brown, for the 10 gifted memberships right off the bat. I so appreciate that, Shauna. You are always so supportive, and it means the world to me. Thank you. And General Scott, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, which brings our gifted membership total already to 15. Less than 3 minutes into the stream. You guys are incredible. I also did want to say thank you very much to General Scott for the PayPal also that you just sent me, which I very much do appreciate. And I am going to do like a little check here. I do also have to say thank you to Heather, to Susan. And I think that brings us up to date. Yeah, Heather, Susan, and Dara, thank you so much for your support on PayPal for me. All that money goes directly into an account that kind of pays for subscriptions and other costs that are associated with the channel. So it helps out greatly. And I appreciate any type of support you guys are willing to give, even if it is something as simple as a like or a subscribe. It all matters. And I thank you all so much for your support as always. And oh my goodness, you guys, I'm just taking a look at the chat. Thank you all so much for being here. Denise, I hate it with a passion. Oh my gosh. I mean, sometimes it do be like that. It do be like that. These things are scary. They are scary. Just taking a look through the through the chat. You guys are hilarious, and I'm laughing my head off already. So we've got lots to talk about today. um with the news and everything. So I think we should probably just jump right into it because I've got 3 stories I want to go over right off the bat. And then I have a little thing that I wanted to add for what the what, if that's cool with you guys. And then we have a what the what that producer sister has put together for us. So we've got a really fun show ahead. But it is so good to see everybody. Let me see here. Let me see. Average Supreme just said, "Hello, everyone. I made it. No thanks to YouTube for the notification." Oh, well, that's great. That's depressing. I hope the notification thing gets figured out because that's a bummer. And I've got everything set, so I don't really know what the issue is, but it's just that kind of day. It's just that kind of day. Um, Also wanted to say quickly, where is it? Marion just said, "Hey, I won't be talking much. I'm not feeling well. I hope you feel better soon. I genuinely do. It sucks to feel under the weather and everything." Seeing lots of the one jokes already. Thank you, Rando. Okay, so let's throw this up here. So we've got 3 stories. We've got a Britney story, we got a Taylor story, and we got an Ariana story. So we're gonna go through it. I'm gonna save the Taylor story for the last one, and I think you guys will understand why. But we will get there. So we're gonna start with Brit. But this stream will include speculation and opinion and should not be taken as fact. Always do your own research, and the sources to what I'm talking about are in the description. Every show, when I look at things, when I reference things, I put the links in a document that is linked to the stream that you are welcome to go check out. So if you're wondering why I've kind of gotten to the opinion I have, it's a good place to start. And I always encourage you, do your own research and look into it for yourself. Also, hi, YouTube human reviewer. Hi. Nothing explicit is going to be shown in this stream. I take a lot of pride and I put a lot of work into making sure that the content I put out is appropriate for your community guidelines, and I want to respect your platform. Viewers, please do not send any hate to anybody. It's not cute. I know we don't have that much of a problem with that in this community, but I always see it, and I just want to be very clear that I'm not okay with people, you know, sending harassing DMs or just not being nice about things. It's fine for you to have an opinion. It's fine for you to have a disagreement, but let's just be respectful to one another always. So here we go. And I am going to make this full screen, so I'm not going to be able to see the chat as much, but just know that I will be checking later on and make sure I don't miss anything. So to start, to follow up on the story we did on Wednesday, Britney has addressed the rumors of her comeback album and has vowed to never return to the music industry. The millions of memes I could insert here of just my heart being absolutely broken. My favorite one was everyone comparing it to Rose after the Titanic sunk. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of Britney fans are definitely feeling that way. It hurts and it's sad. But as Britney said, most of the news is trash. She wrote of reports of a comeback album. So this is from Vanity Fair. And the article just said, being a fan of Britney Spears has always been full of twists and turns, a roller coaster of what's going on set to catchy tunes. I could not agree with that anymore. It's a mess in here, but it's a fun mess, and we got good beats and good music. It's a good time. Well, it's a perpetual mystery of what she'll get up to next. Spears herself has confirmed one thing she won't be doing via an Instagram caption on Wednesday evening after our show, recording a comeback album. Just so we're clear, most of the news is trash. They keep saying I'm turning to random people to do a new album. I will never return to the music industry. In her recently released memoir, The Woman in Me, the audiobook was narrated by Michelle Williams. Spears discussed the trauma of her legal conservatorship from 2008 to 2021 and being forced to perform on stage whether she wanted to or not. Her relationship with music and to sharing it with the world was altered. Spears' adamant statement comes on the heels of reports attributed to unnamed sources that musical heavy hitters like Charlie XCX and Julia Michaels have been recruited to collaborate with Spears on the comeback album. She is this singer's most recent full-length studio album, Glory, was released in 2016. Now, something I do just want to mention here when we're talking about this Instagram post from Britney. I want to be clear that I am someone who believes that Britney is in control of her Instagram account. I have a number of reasons for why I believe that. But if she's saying it, and I believe that it's coming from her. Now, what I am confused about when it comes to her Instagram post about this is that she said, it's about random people that random people in the industry. What was it she said? I'm turning to random people to do a new album, she said. Except Julia Michaels would not be considered a random person. Julia worked on over half of Glory. So that's a little strange to me. And Charlie XCX, I don't believe she's worked with at this time, but she has been approached in the past before. So I wonder how much of that comment was directed at them, because I don't really feel like they're random people in the industry, but that's just my opinion. Pushing forward, my music career is not my focus at the moment, she wrote in the memoir. She called recording the single Hold Me Closer with Elton John a fantastic experience and that it didn't feel good, it felt great. In a post days after the memoir's release, Spears shared that she'd written a new song, evidently titled Hate You to Like Me, which I'm pretty sure this was actually shade. I don't think this is real, and I haven't seen anything of it, but we'll leave that there, Vanity Fair. It's time for me to not be someone who other people want. It's time to actually find myself, she wrote in her memoir. Spears, in her latest missive, claims to be living and loving the ghostwriter life for other artists. When I write for fun or I write for other people. Her caption continued. For those of you who have read my book, there's loads you don't know about me. I've written over 20 songs for other people the past 2 years. I'm a ghostwriter, and I honestly enjoy it that way. Okay, so here is my next thing. And this is where Brittany, I am confusion. I am confusion because you've written 20 songs for other people over the past 2 years, yet you're not returning to music. You're never returning to the industry, but you've written 20 songs for other people. I have questions. I have questions. An unnamed source close to Spears' project in the works told Rolling Stone, however, that executives had in fact brought on Charlie XCX and other talent in hopes of tempting Spears back into the studio or into the recording studio. Right now, management and A&R are trying to get her excited for new music, the source said. As of right now, she is not actively recording. Notice how they said she's not recording. She's not actively recording. Okay, but they're getting songs done to present to her. Nothing is cemented or in stone, the source continued. The hype around this is that everyone wants her to make music again, but I don't know if she's there yet. So, representatives for Britney Spears did not immediately return a request for comment. So, to me, this article and the post and everything, I feel like we're getting a lot of mixed signals. Because how can you say you're not returning to the industry, yet you did the song with Elton? You are writing in the studio. You are in the studio at points. Like, you're doing something. Now, I completely understand that she may not ever want things to be the way that they were before, but I have to ask myself when I look at everything and I look back at Britney's life and we go through her story. I don't know if this is something she could ever fully stop. You guys know what I mean? Like, she has been dancing and performing since she was a very young child. This is a part of who she is. Now, whether or not she has to share that with people is a completely different idea. And I would never want her to do something that she didn't want to do. Like, we fought so hard for her to have the freedom to be able to make her own choices. And if one of those choices is that she's not returning to the industry, as much as it makes me really sad that we've got, that this is it. This is what we're going to get from her essentially. And it does make me sad. If that's what she wants, then that's what she wants. But at the same time, I believe she still is under contract with RCA. So I don't know how all of this is going to work. I think there's a lot of really mixed signals and a lot of moving pieces in this. Um, and ultimately, my hope is always that Brittany is happy. And sometimes I do wonder from the outside looking in and keeping in mind, I don't know these people. I don't know. Is her putting out an album on her terms the way that she wants to without interference from people over top, like pulling the strings of what they want? Would that be a healing experience for her? Because deep down, I do think it would be. But I'm also not her. I don't know what all is going on with her. And it's confusing and it's difficult, but at the same time, I think if Britney is ghostwriting, all the more power to her. I really wanna know what songs, but it's, ultimately, if she wants it to be under the radar, she wants it to be under the radar, and, I want the best for her, as always, as always. So, I think we'll see. I'm not surprised that her team is trying to encourage her to come back to music because and the thing is I know some people are gonna be like, "Well, they're probably pushing her to do that because they want her to make money." Right? Like, I know that's gonna be a dialogue. The only thing I would say, though, is that if they just wanted Britney to make money, why are we not having, like, every new version of fantasy imaginable being dropped? Why have we not seen a licensing deal with her name? Why have we not seen new merch dropping every month to generate money? Because that's not what we're seeing. So a part of me wonders, is it the team saying, "We know that this would be good for you and we want you to try." Um, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I see you guys asking a few questions here of the maybe because the conservatorship, they're not enforcing the last album. Was the record signed under the conservatorship? Maybe it's not valid anymore, Lunar asked. So Vicky and Lunar, here's what I will say. My understanding, and I'm gonna double check this before I put my foot in my mouth. RCA Records is owned by Sony Music Entertainment. Do we all remember Free Kesha and various other issues under the Sony umbrella? When you are in Sony, Sony's not going to let you go. There have been lawsuits, there have been issues, there have been tons of problems, and I honestly don't think with these contracts they probably care. They've got Britney Spears on for a record and they're going to want it. That's my opinion based on what I've seen of this industry. Now she could potentially fight it, but would it just be a waste of time and money on her part? Probably. That's my opinion. Like, not a legal expert, but I hope you guys understand what I mean by that. It's just not, it is what it is. But I think ultimately she is going to have to figure out how to do that last record with RCA. I can't see it disappearing. So that's just my opinion. Thank you to Brandon for the super sticker. And it's the dancing hippo. Very much appreciate that. Thank you for your support, Brandon. Thank you for, in general, thank you always for your support. You're amazing. Um, yeah, General Scott said Britney's writing is like working remote. You don't have to go into the office or even wear pants. No, Britney's running around in her bikini bottom, you know, with her sports bra on, writing music, which I mean, like, good for her. Good for her. I can see that, and I'm so here for it. So I think we'll see what happens, but I wouldn't get my hopes up for anything happening this year. I mean, I think as she heals and as she processes everything that's happened to her, maybe we'll be looking at a different thing. But I think for now, I wouldn't push her. I wouldn't push her. Um, yeah. Robin just said, anyone consider Britney wants to make money for herself doing a real job like songwriting that just requires her to put in some daily hours and submit her work without a world tour? And that could very well be the case, Robin. It very well could be, right? She's going to figure it all out. She's going to figure it all out. DVD just said she could do collab remixes with other artists, just using her prior takes and not needing to do a thing on her part, which I believe is basically what Mind Your Business was. My understanding, based on what I have heard and people I've spoken with, is Britney did record new vocals for Hold Me Closer, as she explained in the book. Um, and I don't believe anything new was recorded for Mind Your Business. Don't quote me on that, but I have not seen any evidence to make me believe that that's what happened with that one. So it's interesting. It's interesting. Alrighty, so there is the Britney story, and let's move on to yes and Ariana Grande. Everybody, Ariana announces her first new solo music in 3 years with upcoming single Yes and which just reminds me of there was one time she was on a red carpet. I don't know if you guys remember this, and she was getting pictures taken of her, and someone yelled at her of like, you know, "You're not looking this way. You're not looking this way." I think it was something to that effect, and she just turned and looked at them and went, "And what of it?" or something like that. Like that energy. We're getting the sassy Ariana energy. That's what it's giving to me. Yeah. So The pop superstar 30 announced that she will be releasing her first new solo music in 3 years with her upcoming single titled Yes and, which is set for release on January 12th. Okay, so we've got quarter one single release confirmed from Ariana Grande. Grande revealed the news of the track on Instagram Sunday. Yes and Heart 1.12 or January 12th. The singer captioned a photo of herself in red lipstick, which appears to be the artwork for the soon to be released project. The musician, who also shared a pre save link and news of a physical CD on her Sweetener Instagram page, released her most recent studio album, Positions, in 2020. The album's deluxe version came out in 2021. Grande has yet to release music of her own since Positions, but she has appeared on multiple singles. And yes, she has. She's like, it's all here. There's a lot. Like, even down to in August, she celebrated the 10th anniversary of her debut album, Yours Truly, with an album reissue featuring new live recordings. So she has been busy in music. She hasn't completely disappeared. On top of that, Grande's focus in recent years has been on both her Rem beauty brand and the role in the upcoming movie adaptation of Wicked, in which she plays Glinda the Good Witch, or Galinda. It's Glinda, but maybe they're saying Glinda in the movie. I don't know. That's going to be the fun thing. Is it Galinda or is it Glinda? How true to the source material are we going to be? In December, the singer-songwriter expressed her overall gratitude for 2023, which she described as one of the most transformative, most challenging, and yet happiest and most special years of my life. I've never felt more at the mercy and in acceptance of what life has been screaming to teach me. I've never felt more fulfilled by or present in my work, being able to cherish every moment, she wrote. I gave everything I could have possibly given of my heart and of myself to the projects I was fortunate enough to be a part of, and learned so much from every brilliant, beautiful soul that I had the privilege of creating art with and crossing paths with this near. Grande also updated fans on the process behind her seventh studio album last month, sharing a photo dump on Instagram that included a clip of her taking a snooze on the studio couch. In the clip, Grande curled up as a collaborator asked her about her mindset during almost the last day of this album. She explained at the time that she was so tired, but happy and grateful. In the post itself, Grande tagged her reported new manager, yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Brandon Creed and a few music collaborators, including a producer who has previously worked with her on tracks like No Tears Left to Cry, Problem, and Side to Side, which I'm here for. I still stand side to side. It's so good. See you next year, Heart. Grande captioned the post. Yes, and will be available to purchase and stream January 12th. So I think this is going to be a very interesting era, and I'm interested in how she's gonna play this. Because I would say the last few albums, when we're talking about Sweetener, when we're talking about Thank You Next, she has used these records as ways to communicate what's happening in her life, and also to address certain things, right? Like Sweetener, there were a lot of references to what happened in Manchester. In Thank You Next, it was very much about her personal life and dealing with the fallout of everything, and then her fallout with the passing of Mac, her ex, as well as her breakup with Pete Davidson. That was all expressed in those records. And over the past couple of months, yeah, Ariana's got a little bit of explaining to do. I think for a lot of people, because her relationship with her husband ended. They have since divorced. I believe it's final at this point, or it's very close to being. Um, and then she started dating a guy who just had a baby with his high school sweetheart. And from all accounts, outside looking in, it looks like Ariana broke up their marriage. And a lot of people have opinions about that. And I think it's interesting because when there have been statements that have come out from sources speaking on her behalf or whatever, it's been very much people say, you don't know the whole story. We don't have all the information. And, you know, it's not as bad as it looks. Well, I think ultimately it's her personal life and it's his personal life. And nobody really, I think, is owed an explanation of their personal lives. But I know a lot of people are really upset with her right now They don't feel like she's a girl's girl. They don't feel like she was doing the right thing, and it's kind of icky for a lot of people. So, I wonder if Yes and is going to be addressing any of that, or if that is going to be coming on the record, or if she is just not going to talk about it at all. And I don't think anybody really knows. I don't think anybody really knows. But I have the feeling with, and I don't want to say this word in a negative manner because I don't think that it's bad. I think a lot of pop girls today have to be very calculated in what they do. They have to address certain things and ignore certain things and be careful about how they present themselves. And I think a lot of them are looking at their music as a way to take control of a narrative and to represent themselves the way they wish to be represented. So I think we're going to see something interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to keep an open mind and I'm trying not to judge her until I really hear her side of the story because I think we've been through far too many times in the industry, in entertainment, where people make assumptions about people. They don't know the whole story. They write somebody off, they villainize them, and that's the end of it. And I don't want to do that. So I'm not doing that. But I hope that a part of me selfishly hopes from a gossip perspective we figure out what the heck is going on, if that makes sense. Does anybody understand what I mean by that? Put a one in the chat if you want to know what the heck is going on. Just let me know if I'm alone in this because I don't know. I don't know. But that's my opinion. So just double checking here. You guys are like, Brandon, does she do this for material? I don't think so. I don't think so. I would hope not. That would be very destructive. Very, very destructive. Um, yeah, I'm just double checking here. So yeah, we got a lot of ones in the chat. Like, we want to know what's going on. What's going on? Why? Why? Yeah. Okay. I'm not alone. We can all be curious about that together. That makes me feel better. All right. So I have one other story I wanted to go through. I got I gotta pace myself on this one because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm actually pretty heated about this. Apparently, the New York Times put out an article speculating about Taylor's what I'm gonna call preferences. Now, I'm a Swiftie. I wouldn't say that I'm like a huge Swiftie. I do not have the encyclopedia knowledge that many of them do, when it comes to Taylor, but I'm definitely a fan. Um, like I have 7 tattooed behind my ear. Like I'm not I can't sit here and be like, I don't care. I do care. I do care. Um, Apparently this article went into great depth about theories about Taylor's preferences. Now, I have heard a lot of rumors over the years about this to begin with. Like, this is not, if you are a Swiftie, this is not new to you in any way. Like, the rumors have been out there. However, my opinion pre this article and post this article is the same. And it's very simply this: Taylor Swift's preferences of what she wants to do and not wants to do and who she likes and who she doesn't like, guess what? It's none of your damn business. It's none of your business. It is none of your business. And I stand by that for anybody and where they stand in their sexuality. It is nobody's business. And quite bluntly, I feel like Taylor shares so much of herself and her personal life with people to begin with. Why does I feel like this is Britney again. You know what I mean? It's like this entitlement that, like, well, we should know. It is what it is. Like, we should know. It's like, no. No, actually, you're not entitled to that. If she wants to tell you, she will, and she will do so in the most epic, incredible mastermind fashion imaginable. But if she doesn't want to share that, she doesn't have to. Period. Period. And I really don't understand this obsession with trying to group people into a specific, sexuality, for lack of a better term, especially since that is fluid. And sometimes people change the way they identify, and sometimes people try things on and try to make sure that it works for them, and then they move on and whatever. But again, if unless it's coming from her mouth, it's none of our business. And I'm so exhausted with this dialogue. So I have an article here from the Telegraph. through Yahoo and David Millward, and he goes through some of the article because I am not pulling up this article. I am not giving New York Times the clicks for this. This is gross. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. And I normally do that, but not with this because it just I have so much ick from this. So let's go through this. So Taylor Swift is not a closeted lesbian. There we go. Friends of the singer have said after a 5,000 word article in the New York Times raised questions about her sexuality. The 34-year-old superstar's associates are reportedly outraged by the essay, which mines Swift's back catalog and performances for hairpins of clues that she has different preferences. I have to watch how many times I say specific words because I don't want to offend YouTube human reviewer. I am doing my best to keep it PG, as always.
I'm trying.
It's tough sometimes, and I don't really feel like these words should be ones that are censored because I don't think that they're offensive in any way, shape, or form, but okay. The article claims that the colors Taylor Swift wore in her Lover era in 2019, an array of pastel blue, purple, and pink, were a reference to the bisexual pride flag. You guys, I've on screen right now, I've got pastel blue and pink and purple. I'm not trying to tell y'all anything. Okay? This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, keep reaching, fall over, fall on your face, and roll out of the room. I just can't. It notes Swift released a video on Lesbian Visibility Day, which accompanied by a video of the star dancing at Pride Parade, turning down a man's marriage proposal in exchange for a pet cat. She loves her cats. Again, I'm sorry. Keep trying. Keep trying. I can't. The pop star also regularly wears dresses with a rainbow motif and depicts herself as trapped in glass closets or, well, in regular closets. It also could be a metaphor for the fact that she's kind of isolated, like how she's had to make herself disappear for years on end or things like that, that she's kind of trapped in her celebrity. But okay, that's you. That's you. Sorry, I'm just seeing, is anybody having freezing problems? No? Okay. I'm sorry, Daisy Girl. Hope it works out for you. I'm just seeing I just saw your comment. Ugh. Okay, so here we go. Anna Marks, an opinion editor at the New York Times. Thanks, Anna. Wrote, in isolation, a single dropped hairpin is perhaps meaningless or accidental, but considered together, they're an unfurling of a ballerina bun after a long performance. Okay. New York Times, sorry, yeah, there it is. Those dropped hairpins suggest to queer people that she is one of us. I think it suggests to some people that might be what they're seeing, but that doesn't mean that that was the intent. It's an assumption. Swift, who has repeatedly said she is a straight ally of the LGBT and I assume IAQ plus community, is dating Travis Kelce, an NFL star with the Kansas City Chiefs. She's previously dated a number of fellow celebrities, including Maddie Healy, Calvin Harris, Tom Hiddleston, Jake Gyllenhaal, Taylor Lautner, John Mayer. Who am I forgetting, guys? Who am I forgetting? Joe. The guy she was with for like 7 years. Like, come on. Like, Joe Jonas? Like, come on. Come on. Oh, Harry Styles? Guys, come on. Like, just stop. Those close to Swift voiced anger at the crude attempt to out the star. One told CNN, because of her massive success in this moment, there is a Taylor-shaped hole in people's ethics. Yes, and in my opinion, it stands right beside the Britney-shaped hole in their ethics as well. Unfortunately, I think we're seeing Taylor reach this point now. It's very depressing, and I hate it. And I really hope that we as people are better to Taylor than we were to Britney. That's just my opinion. This article wouldn't have been allowed to be written about Shawn Mendes or any male artist whose preferences have been questioned by fans. I agree with this. 100%. I just have to say, as a Canadian, I have seen a lot of dialogue about Shawn Mendes throughout my life, which I think is uncalled for and gross. But yes, definitely. Yes. There seems to be no boundary some journalists won't cross when writing about Taylor, regardless of how intrusive, untrue, or inappropriate it is, all under the protective veil of an opinion piece. Yeah, I got opinions about opinion pieces, but that's my opinion. James Bennett, the former opinion editor of the New York Times, wrote in December the newspaper had lost its way and become too cowed by the views of liberal staff members. But I want to say something right here on that front, right? I consider myself, and I don't want to have a political argument here, okay? But I am a supporter of the LGBTQIA community, everybody. Um, and for that purpose, a lot of the time politically, I'm more center, but I do tend to lean left. And I can say from that perspective, I don't understand why anyone that would identify in that way would be in favor of publicly outing someone. Because I don't know if that's something that any of you guys have seen in your personal lives, whether it's been you or you know someone who has been outed against their will. It is horrific. It is awful. Absolutely awful. And it's really gross to me. It's not only is it just disrespectful, nobody's business. You have to understand that for some people, their journey with that part of themselves is a lifelong one. And they have to get comfortable with themselves. And sometimes that takes a long time. So if they're not ready to come out, they're not ready to come out. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're probably still processing their own stuff. To force that on them is absolutely disgusting. Like, I think about there was a very public outing a couple of years ago for the makeup artist Nikki Tutorials. And that whole thing just made me sick to my stomach. That Nikki felt like she had to come out because she was being blackmailed. It's gross. And I just don't I honestly feel like this should be one of those things that as soon as somebody starts to out somebody else, that the immediate reaction from all of us, and I'm gonna take this from someone I love on Instagram and TikTok of "Don't cross a gay man," of "Ew." Like, that should be the immediate reaction. Everyone should just be like, "Ew, ew, 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 ew." Gross. Just gross. And it really should be something that just should be so shameful. So I'm happy to see the argument back at this article with the New York Times because it's just not appropriate in my opinion. Yep. Yep, Jackie Swan, here we go. Someone outed my sister and she ended up leaving our hometown. Yep. So thanks for that. That person could have just kept their mouth shut and then Jackie's sister could have figured things out in her own time. That would have been nice. But instead, that person took that choice away from her, so that's great. Um and my love to your sister, Jackie, because that's absolute garbage and shouldn't be the case. The nub of the piece is that Miss Marks is that the star is reluctant to confess her preferences because it would be professionally and commercially damaging. I'm gonna say something right here. If Taylor did, for whatever reason, tell us something about her preferences that is different than what we all assume, do you really think the Swifties are gonna go anywhere? You think people are gonna go to the Eras tour next year or this year? Are you crazy? Like, come on. I'm sorry. No, no. Taylor is a billionaire. She is fine. She will be just fine. She could stop performing today and we can never hear from her again. And she is just fine. And she will be living it up in the lap of luxury, being the last great American dynasty, having the time of her life. I don't believe that for a second. That is absolutely ridiculous. Miss Marks wrestles with the ethics of talking about the star's preferences in a way that contradict her own public statements. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I know that discussing the potential of a star's queerness before a formal declaration of identity feels to some too salacious and gossip fueled to be worthy of discussion. No, to some, it just feels like you are reckless, damaging, and disgusting. But you keep telling yourself that we're just saying it's salacious and gossip. Yeah, okay. Yeah, producer sister. Well, her fans turned against her after. You need to calm down. Not. But would it truly be better to wait to talk about any of this for 50, 60, 70 years until Ms. Swift whispers her life story to a biographer? I think not. And so, I must say as loudly as I can see you, even if I risk foolishness for doing so. What? What? I'm gonna say this. This is a saying in my family sometimes when we question authority. I love you, mom. Miss Marks, who made you God? Who gave you the platform to decide that you are going to take that choice away from Taylor? That you know better than she does, that she doesn't want to wait to talk about this thing that may not even be true, probably isn't, for 50, 60, 70 years. Maybe that's her freaking choice. Like, I'm sorry, the audacity of this statement is absolutely mind-blowing to me. And I honestly, like, please, if you are, like, in any way as outraged as I am right now by this, just this statement of would it be better to wait to talk about any of this for 50, 60, 70 years until Miss Swift whispers her life story to a biographer? She doesn't need to whisper her life story to a biographer. You think she's not capable of writing it herself? Heaven's sakes! Like, do you I normally try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I try to be kind of centered in arguments and look at both sides and see where people are coming from. No, no, I don't feel like there is a both sides of this conversation. Marks, you made an article. Congratulations to you. I'm talking about you on my show. But I'm talking about you on my show because you have tried to take away someone's decision of coming out. Probably in a case that it's not even true. Because New York Times needed those clicks, they needed those views, whatever. This is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. Seriously, is there nothing better for you to write about right now with Taylor Swift? Not that she was at the Golden Globes last night, not that, Reputation, Taylor's version is coming, not that, her relationship right now is doing super well, although I think that, like, people need to chill out about that, but that's a whole other thing. Like, is there nothing else for you to write about when it comes to Taylor Swift? Nothing? Okay. I'm sorry. I know I'm going off a bit right now, but this is just so gross to me. I can't handle it. Ms. Marks also finds hairpins in Swift's songwriting, which we read about a bit earlier. She said the description of the muse in some songs, including nice to have a friend, maroon, or hits different, seems to only fit a woman. Excuse me? What? What? You know what other song I've heard people say is about a woman? Like, in the rumor mill, they've been like Cruel Summer. Cruel Summer is totally about a woman, except literally one of the lyrics, guys. I don't know if you guys have caught on to this in the epic bridge that is in Cruel Summer, right? The one that we all scream at the beginning of the Eras tour with the I'm drunk in the back of the car, that whole thing. The last lyric is he looks up, grinning like a devil. When do men look up grinning like devils? You're a girl looking down and he's looking up at you. Come on, everybody. Like, I cannot handle this. I can't. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And then she said there are also unfulfilled rhyme schemes suggesting a female muse on the very first night. Didn't read the note on the Polaroid picture. They don't know how much I miss you. Saying that it should have been her. So you're rewriting lyrics to prove your point? Oh gosh. Like this is bad. This is I put your head in your hands and just be embarrassed. I can't. In the piece, Ms. Marks raises questions about the nature of Swift's relationship with Kelsey, romance for the ages, strategic brand partnership, performance art for entertainment's sake. Or could it just be that Travis is an attractive, successful man that actively pursued her and wanted to date her after she'd been with a whole bunch of guys that wouldn't pursue her and wanted her to be smaller and not be so bejeweled, and then she meets somebody that's actually proud of her and wants to support her in her career and she's happy? Just wondering. I'm just wondering. Like, I can't. She also wonders at one point whether or not she is reading too much into Taylor Swift's work. I mean, when you're rewriting it, probably, Ms. Marks, writing of the first time she viewed Lover through the prism of queerness. What is the prism of queerness? What is this prism, and why do I not have one on my set? I don't understand. It's probably a good thing I didn't read the whole New York Times article, because I would probably be here for another hour just screaming and pulling it apart. Oh, Ms. Marks went on and said, I feel delirious, almost insane. At least you're getting more self-aware. This is a good thing. I would suggest listening to that voice. I keep wondering whether what I was perceiving in her work was truly there, or if it was merely a mirage born of earnest projection. Ding, 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 ding. I see the projection. Everyone can see the projection. I think Mars can see the projection. Oh my gosh. Writing on X, or Twitter, because I don't call it X. I'm sorry. No. One fan described the piece as sexist and grossly inappropriate. Yup. Another added, this is the kind of garbage that belongs in the supermarket checkout next to the National Enquirer, a mass circulation scandal sheet. I agree. And it's in the New York Times. How did we go from, like, the Britney documentaries to this? How did we go? Like, was it? I can't. So, yeah, that's a thing that happened. That is a thing that happened. I can't handle it. I just can't. I got nothing. I think ultimately, whether Taylor is straight, gay, bi, ace, I don't care. All I care about is that she is okay. I hope that she is happy. And as long as she is willing to share her gift of music with us, I am happy to receive it. And anything to do with her personal life on this issue really is no one's business. And I do not understand this obsession about it. People need to calm down. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, people need to calm down. They're being too loud. They need to let it go. Whatever. And that's my feelings on that one. And now we're going to go into halftime. Thank you for hearing me out on that. I can't handle it. I can't. Yeah. Rando, YYC prism of queerness. What is that? I want to know. That sounds like it would be a really cool, like a jewel to put in like a necklace or something. It's my prism of queerness. Medora Art just said you could tell Kim isn't a smoker. I would have died in the middle of that rant. I am not a smoker. And yeah, a lot of old breathing stuff from from musical theater. Learn to hold your breath for a long time to keep talking. Ugh. Just absolutely ridiculous. So silly. Yeah, Lulu's mom just said, I'm in love with Johnny Depp, but that doesn't mean I can make determinations about his relationships or his character. Oh, Ms. Marks, you need help in realignment of your chakras. Yes, 100%. Yep. DVD just said, mainstream media is just garbage these days, full of spin and rumor and just BS. Yep, I would agree. And random from Iowa, yes, some people are just straight. And I don't see why that's a problem. People are people. People are people. It doesn't matter. Oh gosh, no, Randall, we do not need Prism of Queerness merch. I feel like if I claimed that, I would probably get sued. Like Ms. Marks would come after me and be like, "That was my term. That was my term," and I'll be like, "Keep it." Maybe I'm ignorant. Maybe that is a term and I'm just not aware of it. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, well, we are in halftime. I think I missed saying thank you to Lisa Boo, who has been a member for 8 months. Love to everyone and love to you too. Thank you so much for your support as always. I love seeing you guys here. Oh my goodness. I didn't think I was going to get that upset about that, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Oh my gosh, Scott. Prism of queerness, tool belt of straightness, you all of lesbians, square of your vehicle's extended warranty. That's great. That's good. That's good.
PRISM stands for Pride, Raising Awareness, Involvement, Support, and Mentoring.
Okay, producer sister has just informed me that Prism.
Oh, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Prism apparently has another definition when it comes to advocacy. I was not aware of this.
I just Googled it.
Yeah, producer sister just Googled it and found out. Just waiting for it to come through on my chat. Yeah, PRISM stands for Pride, Raising Awareness, Involvement, Support, and Mentoring. Okay. But still, like, Taylor's trying to be an advocate. She's trying to be supportive. That doesn't mean anything other than that. And it's just kind of ridiculous that people are just going into it. But yes, General Scott, you killed the chat. We're all laughing. It was ridiculous. Sorry?
Where did she come up with this term?
Yeah, it's yeah, okay. I hear you. So silly. Okay, so I did have one thing I wanted to share with you guys because it made me laugh super hard. The Golden Globes last night. Put a 1 in the chat if you saw the opening monologue. I don't think I have cringed that much watching a monologue in years, if ever. It was one of the most painful things I think I've ever sat through. I kid you not, for those of you that didn't see it, the Joe, I think was the guy's name, the host. He would say a joke, and then if people didn't laugh, he kept making these things like, oh, somebody else wrote that one. And then he was saying like the ones that he did like get people laughing, he's like, I wrote that one. So it was like he kept blaming his writers. It was interesting. And then he was kind of being like, I've only had this gig for like, a number of days, so this is what you're gonna get, basically. And it's like, okay, I get that, but it was so like, it was bad. It was really bad and very uncomfortable. But I will say my favorite thing of all of this was the winner, one of the winners last night. And I believe it's Io Debris, I think is how you say her name. And she won for her performance in the show Bears. She gave the best speech, the most relatable speech I have ever heard in my life. And I want to share this with you guys because I wish I could show you the video, but I know if I do, I'm going to get hit because these networks do not like you using clips of these shows. And I don't know how to do so in a way that they won't be like claiming it. So I decided to get a transcript of her speech. And I want to read this to you guys because it is amazing. So here we go. So she won and she goes, okay, hello. I'm so very grateful for this. I'm in a room full of many people who I admire and whose work has lifted me up. I'm an artist and very lucky to be an artist. And I know we all feel that way. So I just really want to acknowledge that I'm so grateful. To the Hollywood Foreign Press and to my family, everybody at the Bear, that's my family. I love you guys so much and it's an honor to work with you and grow alongside you. Oh my gosh, the actresses I was nominated alongside also. And my real family also, who I love you guys. To And then she started laughing. She goes, yeah. That just really means a lot that there's so many people who I probably forgot to thank. OMG, all of my agents and my manager's assistants. To the people who answer my emails, y'all are the real ones. Thank you for answering my crazy, crazy emails. Yeah, I'm really grateful. If I forgot to thank you, I'm sorry, unless you were mean or something. Bye. Okay. Bye. Thank you. This is the best. It's the best thing. It's so good. I love it. I love it. This is it. This is it. This is what I would be like if I made a speech like this. 100%. 100%. I also loved it too when they got to the part where she was like, the people who answer my emails. They panned directly to Taylor Swift and she was like, yup. I can't handle it. As someone who went to school for administration, it warmed my heart, but just it was so funny and it was great. And I feel like, yep, shout out to the assistants who answered the emails. Probably never thought they would be thanked in a Golden Globe speech, but here we are. Here we are. It's so good. So Katie's just like, that would be me. Carbonized was also, that would be me. Rando YYC, that would be me. We're all... Oh gosh, it's really funny. It's really funny. But if you guys watch anything today from the Golden Globes, just watch that clip because it's so heartwarming. It's so real. It's so good. And yes, shout out to the admin's assistants, to the administrators, everybody that answers the emails and does all that stuff. My cheers to you. You are amazing. Yeah, she is relatable. It's so relatable. Oh gosh. Yeah, I thought that was great. If any of you guys watched the Golden Globes last night, let me know in the comments what like one of your favorite moments were or what you thought of it, because I really didn't sit and watch all of it. I couldn't last night. But it's always funny with the award shows because I feel like they're either super entertaining because there's crazy stuff going on, or it's boring and then there's these moments of like, what was that? Like the slap. Nobody expected that, and then the rest of the show is pretty boring. But we're like, what just happened? What's happening? But yeah, it was funny. Oh. Yeah, Medora just said, yes, love her. She's amazing and love the bear. I still don't think it's a comedy. I've never seen it, but I honestly have my head in the sand when it comes to TV and movies half the time. I'll be honest, I still haven't seen the Barbie movie yet. I just haven't. It just hasn't happened. It needs to, but it hasn't happened. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Yeah. I'm just checking the chat with you guys, seeing how everybody is. Yeah, brain fog for the win, 100%. It's real. It's real. Yes, Denise, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I suck. I have not, Denise. I have not. I haven't. I haven't. Honestly, I haven't really been back to a movie theater since the world went crazy. I just haven't. It's been kind of one of those things that I've been really, really careful about my health, and I've had to be for various reasons. So I've just kind of gotten out of the habit of it. And I'm also a very frugal person, and I just can't justify spending that kind of money to to go see a movie when I can just wait for streaming. And that's just me. And also I can make my own snacks at home and I can do all that stuff. And sometimes I just don't have time, right? Like I have a full-time job on top of this, and then I have 2 dogs and I have a family and all this stuff, and it's like I don't have time. I just don't. I don't. Oh, Brandon just said the last movie he saw in theaters was Top Gun. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like now, as much as yeah, Random from Iowa, 100%. I can make popcorn that doesn't cost $15. I can buy like a whole pack. And I can get actual butter to go on it as opposed to like the butter topping or whatever they think that that is. I don't even know what that is. Ugh. Katie R74, you don't want to know what my family and I do to be safe in the theater for the last few years. I can only imagine. Oh my goodness. And that's the thing, right? It's more complicated. Yeah, carbonized. Exactly. Last movie in theaters for me was Endgame. I'm pretty sure mine was Endgame or it was Star Wars. I'm not sure which one it was. I went all out. They delivered my snacks to the reclining seat. Yeah, boy. That's good. That's good. I saw Aladdin in one of those theaters, the one with the live action with Will Smith, and I wasn't overly impressed with that film. I have at this point, I would love to say I have a love-hate relationship with them, but I just have a hate relationship with Disney live action movies. I just can't. I just can't. And I will say as time goes on and more shows continue on this channel, there will likely be a running dialogue from me from various shows of I am terrified of what they're going to do with the Hunchback of Notre Dame live action movie.
Yep.
It keeps me up at night, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm sorry, I have to cough again. Sorry. Because I don't know how many of you guys have watched The Hunchback of Notre Dame as an adult. If you haven't, I strongly recommend you consider. First of all, it's got incredible music from Alan Menken and Stephen Schwartz. And Stephen is the mastermind behind Prince of Egypt soundtrack and also Wicked and many, many, many other things. And Alan Menken is a legend. So the music alone is incredible and worth your watch. But there are so many adult themes in that movie. And then obviously the underlying, um, you know, theme of religious trauma as well as racism. It's absolutely insane. I cannot believe as an adult now looking back that I'm like that this got that they got away with all of this. Especially and I hope the YouTube Human Reviewer doesn't freak out about this, but the song Hellfire, the fact that that exists in a Disney movie blows my mind every single day. It's absolutely baffling to me. Um and I don't know. Um, I don't know how they're gonna make it work because I feel like if they make a true live action version of that film, it should be rated like at least PG-13, if not R. And how do you do that with a Disney family movie? But the source material is the source material, and I don't know.
Then you're not.
I don't know how to.
You're not following the source material.
Yeah, it's just I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't understand why they decided to. It was kind of the same thing that I felt like with Snow White. I'm like, why? Why would you open up that can of worms? Why? And now we're where we are. It's just a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Oh, Jean Rick, thank you so much for the super sticker you just sent in. I so appreciate that. I'm just going to scroll up and see if I can find it. It's the one up. Chomp chomp. Thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate that. Average Supreme has been a member for 4 months, and she said Ford, like the car.
No, because you can't do.
What? Because you can't do fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Ford.
Ford.
Okay. The lore is growing. The lore is growing. Yeah. Yeah, 60 Green Eyes just said, "Oh yeah, that wouldn't be made nowadays. People would freak out. Definitely would be botched like almost all were." And that's what I mean. And they're lining up to do it again. And I'm like, bad, bad call. Bad call. No. You know what I want? I want a live action remake of Atlantis. Because that would be sick. That would be sick. The special effects and everything in that film and that type of an adventure thing. And also, like, I could see that being like a film you'd want to see in IMAX because it would be epic. Same with Treasure Planet. I think they could do them both incredibly. But I feel like those are underrated Disney films that need more love. And I feel like for the live action thing, that would be better for them. Instead of going back to something like Snow White, which I'm sorry, do we really need another Snow White movie? Do we? Like, I don't think we do. I just don't think we do. Robin, I can't read your comment on screen, but I'm going to put it up. I agree with you completely. Completely. Just don't. Just don't. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, just double checking, catching back up. Yes, with Tom Holland and Zendaya. Yes. Yep. Yep. I agree. I agree. Tyrana, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. Just switching back over so I can see which one it is. And it is the hippos popping up out of the water. We love it. We love it. Um, I really do appreciate that, Tyrana. Thank you. Brandon just said, is Fern Gully Disney? Okay, I think that's a loaded question now because I'm pretty sure it's 20th Century Fox. I'm trying to remember. Producer sister, would you mind checking that? Yeah. Because if it is 20th Century Fox, technically now it is Disney. Technically. So that would kind of be on the fence. You could argue it. It's the same way that you could argue 20th Century Fox. Yeah. So you could argue same way that you could argue that Anastasia is now a Disney princess. I don't know. I don't know. Yep. But speaking of Atlantis, gunpowder, nitroglycerin, notepads, fuses, wicks, glue, paper clips, big ones. You know, just office supplies. Atlantis is great, guys. Atlantis is such a good movie. Oh, yeah. Robin just said if Eartha Kitt was still alive, I'd want a live action Emperor's New Groove. You know what? I would actually be in favor of that, especially if they could get John Goodman. I think that would be really fun. It would be really, really fun. And I'm sure if they called David Spade, he'd come back. And I mean, oh, and what's his face? Oh, Patrick. Yeah, Patrick would come back. Like, I think he would. I don't. Patrick wouldn't have the like. No offense to Patrick, and I don't think he'd take any. He doesn't really look like Kronk, but very few people look like Kronk. So I don't know. We'll see. Uh, oh, KDRS94. As a history buff, I was obsessed with Anastasia growing up. Me too. Me too. It was an obsession. It was a hyper focus, 100%. Shauna Brown said a remake of Sword of the Stone might be okay. I could see that. I could see that. That could be fun. That could be fun. So Robin just said no Fern Gully without Tim Curry. Always bring Tim Curry. Always bring Tim Curry. You know, I have to say one thing and I didn't bring him down and I'm so mad about it. Producer sister gifted me very kindly a Funko for Christmas this year of Gonzo and Rizzo from the Great Muppet, or not the Great Muppet Caper, what am I saying? The Muppet Christmas Carol. And because I absolutely love that film and just the opening of the I'm here to tell the story and I am here for the food. It's absolutely fantastic beginning to end. But what I find so fascinating about that film when it's compared to Muppet Treasure Island as two films that were made after the passing of Jim Henson. A Muppet Christmas Carol was made with the understanding that Michael Caine would be playing the character of Ebenezer Scrooge straight in the sense that he was going to take it like Royal Shakespearean. He was going to be serious. He was not going to think that he was, riffing off of puppets. He looked at them as human beings, and that was the seriousness of his role. So the juxtaposition of him being so committed to the role, and then literally the rats having a hula dance in the office of Scrooge. It's absolutely bizarre. And then on the other side of it, in Muppet Treasure Island, Tim Curry is acting like he is a Muppet. And you just get to see both of the insanity of how fun that can be. It's a really, really interesting juxtaposition. But that's from my Muppet obsessed mind. Sorry about that. Oh, General Scott, interesting pitch. Live action Finding Nemo, but set in the Matrix. Finding Neo. I don't know if all of the tricks of like the falling backwards and everything would be as impressive. Oh. Where is it? Rebecca Swanson said the Swan Princess would be fun. I agree because that has one of the best scenes I think in animated history, which is the whole you should write a book, how to offend women in 5 syllables or less. Perfection. Perfection. Also, John Cleese in that movie is great. I make no apologies. The movie's amazing. Oh, Amber Whitfield, I wonder if Disney would do a live action of The Black Cauldron. I don't know. just from my own Disney knowledge as somebody who was very raised in Disney culture, the Black Cauldron is not looked upon very fondly because it did not perform well, from my understanding, at all. It was an embarrassment. It was bad, and I can't see them being like, "Well, it went so good the first time. Let's do it again." Oh, yeah. It's I don't know. I don't know. I think it would be cool as a live action film. Don't get me wrong, but I think too. I'm also going to be honest about this. I was disappointed with the Haunted Mansion movie because I'm a big fan of Haunted Mansion, the attraction, and I was excited with them choosing to do another Haunted Mansion movie and the people that they had involved in it, and then those people left because Disney. What I read was reportedly Disney wouldn't let them do what they wanted to do, and they should have. Um, I think in some ways Disney needs to play it safe, but I think they also do need to take some risks in places that they're not taking risks, and particularly risking with the artists themselves. Really, really challenging and breaking down boundaries and doing things that are different when it comes to the actual art of film. Because I feel like for me, that's what Disney was so about with them totally reinventing the way that animation was looked at in the public, um, just the public opinion of animation just changing. Making a film like Beauty and the Beast that ended up being nominated for Best Film at the Oscars. Never mind animated film, Best Film at the Oscars. They are incredible and they can do that. The artists that they get, that they can make that happen. But I feel like it's just been so, the art side of it has been muted, and I don't like that. Um, so that's just my opinion. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for the future that things will get better, but I'm just not feeling it right now. Not feeling it right now. That's my opinion. Well, you guys, are we ready to do what the what? Let me know. Let me know. Just double checking here. Sorry, just checking. Oh, Kimberly Martin, just want to say, please don't apologize for being late. I hope everything. I'm hoping the best for you guys, all of you. I've been seeing you talking about it, and I really hope that you're doing okay and thinking about you. All right, let's go. Let's go to the what the what. Let's have some fun. I don't think actually. I think I can actually stay in the chat with you guys for this one because it's big enough. I should be fine. So we're gonna do that. Just gonna double check a couple things before we go completely in here. Thank you all so much for being here. I am going to ask you guys to please remember to hit that like button. Please subscribe if you have not. I very much would appreciate that. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. Be a good time. Cool. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's go. It's you had one job. You had one job. My dad thought my bath bomb was a toilet cleaner. I have questions. How do you, like, okay, maybe this is a cultural thing. For me, a bath bomb looks very different than the items that are used to clean a toilet. Like they come in like a bottle with the spray thing so you can stand away and, spray it in. Like why? Why? I can't. Sorry. That's pretty bad. Yeah, for if you want to exfoliate your behind, I guess, carbonized. That's a good pick. I do have to say thank you so much to Shauna. Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Again, you're spoiling me. Thank you very, very much. That brings us up to 25 gifted today.
Yes.
That's excellent. Love it. Love it. And yes, they had one job. One job. Don't put your bath bombs in the toilet. Robin Redbreast. Is that bath bomb gets Kim themed? I don't know. It's got pastel purple and pastel pink. Maybe it is a bisexual toilet. It's just missing the blue. It does match my flowers. That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, Barney after Taco Bell. Thank you, General Scott. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know how you can mix that up. I don't get that, but he tried. Missing cat. It's the same cat. They found him. Yay! They found the cat. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm always here for when we find missing pets, but that's funny. That's really funny. A flag of France, according to the French Air Force. Oh no. No. No, that's not correct. That is not correct. That is not the flag of France. But an attempt was made. Attempt was made. Oh no. We're back in Jacksonville. Nope. Absolutely not. How do you even do that? How do you mess it up that badly? It's a machine. It's a machine. What happened? No. No. Yep. Jennifer Marie. Yep. Right here. We found it. It's here. Oh. Yeah, there was a bee in the cab. Shauna Brown. Something happened. But yes, it's Jacksonville again. Oh, Aria. Yeah. Calgary roads. I'm going to have to believe you on that because I have not been to Calgary, but I have heard stories. Squirrel happened. Carbonized. Yep. I could see that. I could see that. Yep. And wow, Jacksonville job was drinking on the job from Marsha. 100%. 100%. College of Architecture and Planning. And planning. Why would you put the C on the side? How would you not? Why would you not start with the C?
You start in the center.
Yeah, like I'm done. No. College of Architecture and Planning. I graduated from the College of Planning. Hope you all get your money back. You should all get your tuition back. Honorary degrees and get your tuition back. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Merle just said, member of 5 months. Thank you very much, Merle. They are not typographs. Nope. No, ridiculous. Thank you for your support, Merle. I really do appreciate it. Carbonized Stardust, they are masters of their craft, clearly, which is effery. Yep, they did great. Amber, C is the loneliest letter. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Cheryl Lee, for all the hearts. No, but yeah, this is ridiculous. Yeah, Jennifer just asked, did producer sister just Google you had one job Jacksonville edition? I mean,
I did not.
she didn't, but
When I saw the article.
Yeah, she saw the article and went, yep, we're good.
It's on brand.
We're good. Okay, so for those of you that can't see it that well, it is a can of Nesquik. I assume powder that you would add to your milk. It's the strawberry flavor that says directly underneath it has artificial flavors. And then there is a sticker on it that says no artificial down lower. So that's not great. Oh wow. That's embarrassing. I'm surprised that actually I'm assuming because it's on like a counter that somebody has purchased this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. General Scott, maybe they mean the bunny. I hope there's no real bunny in Nesquik, okay? Like let's not do that. Producer sister just went, the bunny. Oh, I ate the bunny. Which those of you that are the VeggieTales fans will probably know exactly what I just said. But the bunny song, y'all. I'm a classic bunny song girl. I'm not the reinvented, new and improved bunny song. I'm the classic bunny song. Gosh. Father says bakers ruined his son's birthday cake with their pathetic decorating skills. As a former Cake Rex lover, I figured, sure, I'll bite. Let's see this cake. Literally nothing could have prepared me for this cake. They paid $49 for this frog themed cake, and honestly, no amount of money in the world could be put on this masterpiece. The only way this could be better is if it was Thirth. That's it. Oh my gosh. What? Why would you not like? I'm guessing maybe the person that was supposed to do it wasn't available. At that point, why would you not then just like get that darker green color of icing and then do a larger 3 in the center, call and apologize and give them a discount?
Yep.
$39 for that?
50, 49, Kim.
Oh, $49 for that? My gosh. Ew. Oh my goodness. That's embarrassing. And then like not even like write happy birthday on it or something?
3.
3.
3.
Just 3.
And
A happy face. And it's not even centered.
Neither one.
Oh my goodness. Like at least at that. Yeah. Got it in Jacksonville. Yep, you're right. 100%. I can't. Nope. Nope. Oh! That's less than ideal. How do you make that mistake? And I can see it repeated 3 times. How do you did they install them upside down? Like what happened there? What is happening? I got nothing.
No practice.
I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. That's insane. Yeah. So how do you get in, Marsha? I mean, it would be easier to get in if someone locked themselves in by accident or something. I don't know, but I don't. This is bad. This is bad. Yeah, exactly, DVD. They are from the College of Planning. College of Planning. These are their bathroom stalls. 100%. Samantha Baker. Yeah, I'll hold it.
I agree.
I can't. This is ridiculous. Oh gosh. Generic holiday message. Subtext. Festive graphics. Guys, this is another episode in my activism of pay your graphic designers. Oh my gosh.
Put it up.
Because some people think that they do a good job and then they want to put that to the world. And then guess what happens? You end up on my show and we all make fun of you. What is that? What is that? What is that? Why? And they did it twice.
And they put it up.
You put it up twice. Producer sister, are all of these from Jacksonville? Because oh, what is happening? Oh my gosh. All right, men's section. Bras. I mean, if they're into that, good for them. But interesting place to put that. Don't quite understand why, but all right. Yeah, see, Purple Rose Gamer, you're like, for men with the moves, yes, but I mean, we got some pretty big cups there, eh? Those are not the trainers. I think I see some D's there. It's okay. This is oh. So this is an allergy pill from Walgreens.
Yeah.
24-hour allergy. And then on the side it should say like actual size, I assume.
Yeah, below it says actual size.
And then the actual pill is underneath it. Yeah, that's a bit.
No.
That's a bit. Oh, sorry. Chris Barber just said drag queens, maybe. I feel like I am not a drag, aficionado or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure drag queens are not buying their bras from the men's section. I have the feeling they're probably going for the most fabulous, gorgeous, beautiful ones they can get, or it's like within their shapewear itself. But I guess, I don't know. Yeah, exactly though. But this pill, yeah, actual size times 3, pretty much. Like that's a problem though, because there are people that have a lot of trouble taking pills. Like swallowing. Yeah, producer sister just raised her hand. Like, no, 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 no. Not fun. Not fun. Yeah. False advertising. Yep. Lou's mom said, OMG, that's like the Olive I bought. I think they were meant for horses. I think for me, the biggest one I've ever seen is if you guys have ever taken an omega supplement, like an omega 369 or an omega 3, every single one of those I've ever had are like enormous. Absolutely enormous. I There's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. Oh, Logitech. Logitech. You got some splaining to do. You well, that's not a speaker then.
No.
There is no speaker. The bottom part is, I assume.
Well, now I'm not sure.
Yeah, now I'm scared. Now I want to take this whole thing apart. I have questions. Why? Just why? Can you like send it back? Be like, you guys told me it was a speaker and it's not. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No sub with the woof. Lulu's mom. Woof woof. Oh wow. That's a lot. Derive safely. Derive. Yes. Be cautious in your deriving. Oh my goodness. Logitech. Is Logitech based in Jacksonville? Project Metal Music? I don't know. I feel like, okay. One channel on YouTube I love, and if you have any interest in Disney stuff whatsoever, I highly recommend you check them out. It's called Defunct Land, I believe by Kevin Perger, and he makes just incredible documentaries. And the idea of Defunct Land was like he covered a lot of stuff of attractions that had like closed at Disney, so it was like the attraction is now defunct, and therefore it is now in Defunct Land. I kind of feel like we're creating our own Jacksonville land. It's a very scary place to live. Enter at your own risk. You had one job, gutter guy. One job. Oh, come on. That's so easily fixable, too. I could fix that. No. I can't. I can't. So close. Tried so hard, got so far, but in the end. Oh my gosh, there's a puzzle piece painted into the baseboard. I would believe that happening in our house, though, producer sister. I'm not gonna lie.
What do I have to do tonight?
Yep. No. And the funny thing is, producer sister has to paint her baseboards tonight. Maybe I'll hide a puzzle piece in there.
Don't you dare.
Oh my gosh. That's funny though. That is funny. The drain is elevated.
Train ties on road.
Municipal government, come on, wherever this is. What are you doing? What are you doing? I can't. I hope it doesn't. Sorry, Soki just said I've never heard producer sister as clearly as that. Don't you dare. It's okay, guys. If I do it, I'm going to make sure that it's a puzzle piece that has pastel pink, purple, and blue, okay?
It'll be white when I'm done painting.
Yeah, it'll be white when we're done, but that doesn't matter. We know. We know. It's our hairpin. Oh my goodness. Yep, I can't. I honestly, brought to you. Thank you, Samantha. Brought to you by the College of Planning. 100%. I honestly hope that wherever that is, it is not somewhere where it gets cold, because I cannot imagine the snow melting
Yeah.
and then the flash freeze and then that whole road just becoming a complete ice rink.
Yep.
Wow.
Shauna.
Oh, Shauna. Roads in Vancouver. I would believe that. I would believe that. Member for 13 months. Thank you so much, Shauna. I think I can speak on behalf of producer sister and myself and just say we so appreciate you and all that you do for this channel. We love you so much and we hope you're doing good. Oh, that's depressing. That's depressing. Oh, A+ security. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Big Brother's watching.
I have a friend, and one of the things that he says about people when he's trying to delicately comment that they are stupid is he says something to the effect of, "How do these people tie their shoes in the morning? I don't know how these people tied on their shoes in the morning." Absolutely useless. Why would you even bother spending the money on the camera? Gatorade. 79 cents. Is that like pickles and carrots? What is in that? What is that? That's not Gatorade.
Nope.
That is not Gatorade. Oh, Robin, don't we all? 100%, 100% Robin. Oh. Okay, I'm serious, chat. If someone knows what that is, can you please educate me? Because I have questions. I don't like, but I see someone saying it looks like olives. Amber saying that it looks like olives. But what's the orange? Hi, Danny. Like what is that? It looks like carrot. Pickled gator from Jacksonville, Melissa. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Jacksonville Gatorade with real gator. Scott. Oh. Like I have questions. I have many questions about what that is. But I can tell you for certain that if your Gatorade looked like that, I do not recommend you drink it. It may be time to just pour that down the sink and recycle and get something new. Yeah, that's a no. That's a no from me. Crack resistant cement. It's another special from the College of Planning. They did a great job. Great job. Cracker, and it has to be right through the center. I can't. And you think as soon as that happens, would you not fill that in?
One would think.
You would think you would have that stuff on the premises. Like obviously there are going to be points where it's crack resistant. It's not crack proof. So there is going to be a crack at some point, but I mean, come on. Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on. Okay, so you guys are saying DVD and Danny are saying that it's I don't even know how to say that word. I'm gonna look this up because I have no idea what that is. Please forgive my ignorance. Let me see here. What is that? Oh, it's an Italian relish of pickled vegetables in vinegar or oil. Okay, so that's why, because I don't do relish. So that's why I don't know what it is. But I don't think it would be named Gatorade. Just saying. But I've been educated today, so thank you. Thank you.
Squirrel fritters and frog poppers.
Yeah. Robin, the way you said that's a no from me was the most Canadian you have ever sounded. The other day I was chatting with Lewis from Nerd Report, and I was talking to him, and I don't want to get everything's good. Like we were just having like a friend conversation and it was funny. But I was recommending that he how do I word this? How do I word this? It was to do with a certain religion and being careful about going to a place where a lot of that religion gathers in LA. And I'm sure those of you that follow Nerd Report have an idea what I'm talking about, and I'm not saying it. But just saying that, be careful and all this stuff. And like, I understand how serious the topic is. So I was a little bit more serious in my tone. And when my Toronto accent just came out. It was so strong. It was so thick. And for those of you that don't know, like the Toronto accent is we don't pronounce things. It just kind of comes out, "Ugh," which is why like people I always joke, and I know many people do, that you can tell if someone is native from Toronto based on the way that they say Toronto. Because if they're from Toronto, they do not pronounce the second T for the most part. Um, but if you aren't, you say Toronto. It's Toronto. It's like the most laziest accent ever, and it's and I will never forget the first time I started working in customer service, and I was speaking to someone in Canada on the West Coast, and they literally said that my accent was so thick they could not understand me, period. They asked for somebody else because they could not understand my voice. So that accent is in there. It's there. I tried very hard when I am online to enunciate all of my syllables and to put the right emphasis on the right thing and everything because it's a thing. But yeah, just double checking. Were you guys all talking about the relish? Brandon, did you go full Drake on it? I mean, he's kind of a little mumbly too. He's a little bit like, wow. Honestly, the one song that he did on Back to Back, like the response with what was his name? It was the guy Nicki Minaj was with, and then he went to jail, and it was like a whole thing. But there's just the opening of that track when he's doing his diss track. He's like, wow, wow, not again. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much the that's a Toronto moment. We're just like, really? Oh man. Yeah, Soki. So Toronto people talk the way doctors write. Yes, but keeping in mind that Toronto is a very multicultural city. Um, and so we all kind of pick up on things from each other, I think, a lot of the time. Um, yeah, it's Toronto, not Toronto, 100%. Oh my goodness. Oh, Robin, don't worry. For the record, I'm lovingly making fun of you. It's Kim, not trying to give you a hard time. Your Canadian ex. Your Canadian is adorable. Don't you know? No worries. No worries. Don't you know? Yeah. No, it's. I think it's just funny. Um, like I was laughing my head off the other day on popcorn. I was on Thursday. Steph was kind enough to have me come on, and there was somebody in the chat that said something to the effect of like, that American girl has a good heart. And I'm pretty sure no one was referring to Steph, very, very British Steph from Yorkshire, as the American girl. And I'm just sitting here like, but I'm not American. I'm not American. And people say to me all the time, they're like, the Canadian accent is so strong. I'm like, what am I? What am I? Do I have a dramatic accent or do I not? It's so confusing. I don't even know. Whatever. Uh is it yeah, Denise, doctor's writing gives me a headache. Haha. I was a medical coder and insurance biller. Seems legit. Ha ha ha. Yeah. I did have a doctor that one time I handed over my prescription and the pharmacist looked at me and was like, "What does that even say?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's a medication for this. I don't know what it's called." And they had to fully call the office and be like, "What did you write? What did you write?" Oh, yeah, Denise, you're clearly not American. I can hear it. I mean, I'm not. So he just said, to be fair, I wouldn't be able to recognize a Canadian accent unless you spoke French. No, I just have my je suis and na na na, and that's the end of it. Hi, Kyle. I don't know if you're here today or you're hearing this, but hi, Kyle. Je suis a na na na. Yeah, Diva D, I only pick up on your accent when you say words like sorry. Yeah, because we say sorry as opposed to sorry, right? We're sorry.
We also say you're welcome.
Yeah, we also say you're welcome, things like
Uh-huh.
uh-huh. That we found out in the States. We noticed it when we were traveling a lot, we would say thank you, and the response would be uh-huh. And we were like, I thought it was you're welcome. But apparently not. Alrighty, let's keep going. I find you a moosing with a rhino. I mean, I think I would laugh if I got it. That's not a moose. You can trust me on that. I am the Canadian here. That is not a moose. That's not what a moose looks like. Oh gosh. Watermelon! Does anybody else have flashbacks to that vine from back in the day? It's like, it's a watermelon inside a watermelon. No, wait, it's corn. It's corn on the cob, quite obviously. But it's watermelon. It's kind of funny. Oh, that's a very odd shaped watermelon. Very odd shaped. And color. I would be concerned. Is that a crosswalk?
Yes.
Knowledge of planning. We need to talk. What is that? Okay, hang on. Jennifer, where did you go in the States and did you talk to toddlers? Regular adults don't talk like that from my experience. Restaurants. A lot of normally my travels in the United States were leaving Ontario and then driving down to the Orlando Kissimmee area of Florida, and we would drive there and back at least once a year, if not twice a year. So we had times where we just would go into restaurants. We'd spend a bit longer in the drive if we weren't making as good a time and just relax and talk to people. And it was always that whenever we stopped, particularly. And I'm not saying this to call anybody out because I'm sure there's people that say you're welcome, obviously, in every state. Absolutely. But we noticed it a lot in like South Carolina, Georgia, south of Virginia. We noticed it definitely changed. But I don't know. It was just our experience. We could be a very isolated case. So yeah. Hi, my fella. Starbucks. Are you going? Oh, let me see here. Yeah, the crosswalk, or is it because there's construction? I don't know about that. I don't know, Marcia. I think this is just not great. I'm with Amber. It is a crosswalk and a drunk walk. That is 100% what that is. Although to be honest with you, I don't know which one is which because if you do the normal crosswalk, you're walking into a fence. So I don't know what is your best option. Oh my gosh, imagine trying to prove that you're not a bot to that picture of a crosswalk. Brandon. Oh, new fear unlocked. Like images like this when you're trying to do the captchas or whatever. Freaking nightmare. Oh my goodness. Gosh, General Scott, that's the guy who knows he's going to be told he's fired at the end of the day. Yep. Let me see here. Sorry?
I think that's the guy on the next slide.
Oh no. Okay. Let's keep going. You're doing it wrong. I'm not 100% sure what it is you're doing, but I with great confidence can say I think you are doing it wrong. Does anyone know what is happening here specifically? I am concerned. I'm very concerned. This seems like a safety risk. Not great. Not great. Oh my gosh. So you're in the bathroom and oh, it connects. Oh, that's planned. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's no, that I think that was on purpose. Great way to pass certain things back and forth without being noticed if needed. That's my opinion. But yeah, it's not ideal. Not ideal. Oh, producer sister, that light switch. I am having flashbacks of when we moved in here. No. Nope. Please, before you paint, just take the stuff off the wall. Just take it off the wall. It's like 2 screws, if that. It's not hard, and it'll look better at the end. And ultimately, if you're just painting over stuff because you're trying to get people to buy it, it's really not that hard, and no one wants this. No one wants this. This means you have to do all the painting again. I can't. Yeah, Shauna, my OCD wants to start picking at that. Oh, just cut it off. Just cut the whole thing off. Amber, Jacksonville landlord painter special. 100%. 100%. Yeah, not a very bright idea. You're right, Katie. You guys, I think we need to start having conversations about how signage and buttons work in elevators. I think this is becoming a major international problem that we need to raise awareness about because it's not fair to the elevators or to the people using them. This is a crisis and it needs to be corrected. What is that? Exactly. It's downth. It's downth and upth. I'm just going to give you guys a minute because, yep, Jacksonville Elevator Company strikes again to the first floor. Right next to the first, second, only one way out, and it's down. We're going down. What are those?
Why is up green and down?
Yeah, why is up green and down red? That like honestly makes it seem like it's bad if you go down. Most people like you go up because you got to get somewhere, and then down is how you leave. I can't. Is that a paper plate?
Yep.
And the printing's off? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I'm guessing that's a one-off because I feel like you would show more than one if you got the whole pack and that's what it looked like. But DVD, I can't. No. The Mary J. Blige song, I going down. Stop. And now producer sister's doing Up and Down by Britney of the down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Stop. The beat just dropped and the room got sexy. I can't. Okay. Okay. Oh, the headphones. No. Why? You what?
Yeah.
Producer sister said she's had this happen. What, you bought them and that's how they came?
Yeah.
Did you take them back?
No, it was like a dollar store.
It was a dollar store? Oh, okay. Oh gosh. That's you're sharing earbuds with someone. So you have like your Discman and you have one person like that, and then the other person's comfortably over here being like, what do you think of the song? You're like, it's awesome. Awesome. CDs skipping and batteries dying. Oh, you know what? Honestly, I know there's people that are like, I wish things were like the good old days. I am so happy that hopefully my niece will never, ever have to deal with the stress that was carrying a Discman.
A cassette player.
Well, I mean, the cassette, okay, producer sister just said the cassette player, but at least the cassette player was stable. I actually preferred cassette players over the Discman
Yeah.
because it was like you could run with it. You could run with the cassette player. You couldn't run with the CD player. And then you would buy ones that they're like, oh, yeah, you can run with this. No, you couldn't. They lied every time. They lied every time. Absolutely not. Great Cabernet under $20. And the one is it's $21.99. Oh my gosh. Yes, Robin. Shockproof was always a lie. It was a lie. You can get great Cabernet though for under $20. Just not that one. Just not that one. Actual size of the piece. Really? Really? Pay your graphic designers. Pay your graphic designers because they can screw you over so fast and you wouldn't even know. So I just got to put more stuff on my lips. My lips are super dry. Is anybody else having that right now this time of year? That it's like your lips just feel like they're in like the desert, but it's snowing outside. Nobody wanted. Oh, yeah. General Scott, if you didn't live through the Discman years, you truly haven't struggled. It's true. It's true. And that's the thing. Like when I basically went from like a cassette Walkman to an MP3 player because I hated using the Discman. It was so it was just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I always think of that Tim Hawkins sketch of it being like, it's cumbersome. Not sketch, but like his stand up. That was not the way that that was designed. The bricks were not put in the correct place. And a part of me kind of wants to actually take that into paint and like flip stuff around. Like I'm pretty sure that the piece closest to like the waistline is actually the shoulder, but it's upside down.
Well, who paints the bricks before they put them in the ground?
Producer sister just asked who paints the bricks before they put them in the ground. Apparently these people. I don't understand the logic of it. Oh my gosh, Melissa. Thanos snap. Stop. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but like, oh my gosh. Oh. Soki, I feel your pain. Soki had to keep a hair tie around their portable CD player to keep it closed. It helped sometimes. It helped sometimes too, but oh, what a mess. This is why we all were so excited for the iPod Nano. Like the thing kind of sucked. It didn't have a screen or nothing. It was very, very basic. But it was better than what we had. 100%. Blueberries, 388, and it is
Each.
each each blueberry is 388 and they sold out so quickly. That's why we only have tomatoes, except that doesn't look like a tomato to me. That looks like an orange. What is happening? What in the fruitception is this? I cannot. I can't. But with cord. With card. Oh, okay, with card. So like their rewards card.
Yeah.
Okay. Bizarre. Absolutely bizarre.
Very expensive.
Really? They got down off the ladder. What in the Ariana graphic design am I looking at? I can't. Like, no. No. Absolutely not. Do people not like check their work when they're done?
No.
Or is this just another person that's like, I'm going to get fired, so screw these people? Oh my gosh. No. No, no, no. Finding Dory. And it's a minion. Packaging error. It does happen, but that is kind of funny. It's not even the same company. You could have at least kept it in the Disney Pixar family. But no, we're going to bring the minions into it. Banana! Oh, gosh. Is that a... I'm looking at a basketball. Is it a frisbee?
I don't know what this is.
Is it a frisbee? Is it a plate? Is it... What is it?
A terrible tape job trying to pretend to be a basketball.
Guys, is this a frisbee? What is this item? Yeah, College of Architecture and Design strikes again, 100%. What is happening? What is the college doing? What are they teaching these children? Bless their heart, says Cheryl E. They know not what they do. Like, is it a plate, Chris? Like, I'm foam basketball, Marcia. And that's the thing. It's kind of silly that we're looking at this and knowing that A, it was done incorrectly, and B, we can't figure out exactly what it was. It's a what to what. It is. It is. There's no saving that. There's no saving that. How much do you want to bet that this apartment is sold with the idea that there's a benefit of you getting a balcony with purchase? Why? Because I'm assuming there's a mat out there. So I'm assuming that that's like a front door. It's facing the sidewalk. Is that a gate? What's the point of having a gate? Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh my gosh. Like, oh gosh, General Scott, I'm assuming about the basketball thing. You can get that all at Dollar General next to Jamie Lynn's book. Yep. Oh, carbonized introverts live there. That's not for you. It's for everybody else. Oh. This is ridiculous. Yeah, look how trampled the garden is. Yeah, how else are you gonna get in? And the one next door is done right, DVD said. Exactly. I don't know what happened here. I have questions. I'm sure the owners have questions, or the renters or whatever have questions too. I'd love to hear the story of how this happened, because this was deliberate. Like, it went into brick.
Yeah.
This was not thought about lightly. This was planned. Wow. My gosh. Great lock. Fantastic lock. Very, very effective. Absolute brilliance, genius, amazing, everything. Earth-shattering. Call your mom. Amazing. Ridiculous. Is that a Kit Kat?
Yes.
The one Kit Kat is sideways? The one Kit Kat is sideways. Someone's got to call Kourtney Kardashian. How do you eat that? How do you eat the Kit Kat? Have I shown you guys that ever? Kourtney Kardashian eating a Kit Kat? She gives like a whole tutorial on how to eat a Kit Kat. Like, that's her talent. That is her talent. Hang on. I'm going to have to stop and start this, but I have to share this with you if you've never seen it. This was one of the things that once I actually, like, I showed Andy this live, and he was just like, what even are you talking about? And I'm like, this is the talent of the Kardashians. This is what they do. They eat Kit Kats. So yeah, so this is the whole premise of this video.
Cat, and it's pretty life-changing. First of all, it makes you eat less.
It is life-changing how she
so
eats
slow.
the Kit Kat.
It's kind of melted.
So she opens it up really slowly, and then she
And
breaks one
you
piece off.
eat the chocolate off the end, and the
So this is step 2, right? So first you open it, and then you break off one piece, and then you eat the chocolate on each end.
other end. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay, so she does that, and then she takes, like, she eats the chocolate off the top and the bottom. So it's just the wafer.
That.
And then she
And by
separates
the way,
wafer.
this tastes so much better. Like, I would never even dream to eat a Kit Kat and just like bite into it. And then you separated it.
She would never dream, guys, of getting a Kit Kat and just biting into it. Ends, top and bottom, wafer, broken apart, each wafer individually. It's so much better that way. And the fact that literally, like, this is a whole video. This is a thing. This exists. This is a thing that exists.
Eat a Kit Kat any other way.
There you go, guys. That was the type of quality content you could get if you subscribed to Kourtney Kardashian's app back in the day. General Scott, what kind of psycho separates a Kit Kat like that? Kourtney Kardashian. Oh, how different things have been. Now it's like, it's not organic. Yeah, it's not organic. But yes, that video, guys, that video, are you ready for this? That video has 4.6 million views. 4.6 million views. Apparently all I have to do is eat a Kit Kat, guys. How much production money, Katie? I know, right? Can you imagine, like, being called as a camera crew? Like, we need you to come to Kourtney Kardashian's house to film content for her app, because we're trying to get people to sign up so that they get special exclusive content from Kourtney. And we're going to be using your talents today. You went to film school, you bought all this equipment, you're doing all this stuff, and today we're going to film Kourtney Kardashian eating a Kit Kat. You're changing the world with your content. Melissa Smith, I'd like to see Yuri do it. Chloe goes, not the Kit Kat. And Kim, is that organic? And then Kourtney would look at her and be like, don't be acting crazy, Kim. Don't be acting crazy. Oh, yeah, everybody's just, no, absolutely. Yeah, Soki, tell me it's a parody, not a real app. No, it was a real app. It was a real thing, Soki. It's 100% real. It's 100% real. General Scott, I could have lived my entire life and never seen that. Thanks for killing my dreams. You are welcome. You are welcome. Honestly, it was kind of one of those things where we were streaming one day on Popcorn because we were waiting for Jussie Smollett to show up in court that whole day. And we were like live streaming it, and we thought that it was going to be a lot faster than it was, but it wasn't. Like, I can't even remember how long that stream ended up being. It was hours. Hours. And so while we were waiting for him to arrive, we're just trying to kill time. And we started talking about candy, and I think I literally just said, has anybody ever seen Kourtney Kardashian eat a Kit Kat bar? And that's what we did. It was so dumb. But, you know what? This would be level 2 for Kourtney Kardashian of how do you eat the sideways Kit Kat. Brilliant. She could do a sequel. She could get another 4 million views. Fantastic. Good for her. What is this camera?
The cord.
Oh, the cord is wrapped around. It's not even plugged. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I actually. It's really not that hard, guys, to take the cord out if it's just for show. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Which dinosaur is different? Guys, where is it different? I'm like counting all of the like the scales and the little spikes and the knee thingies and the eyes all look the same. There's no ears or anything. The toes are all the same. Does anyone see a difference? If I was a child looking at this, I would be questioning everything I'd ever known. This is so confusing. Wow. And I think that's the last one. There we go, guys. Yeah, this is a good class prank for preschoolers. I mean, it's like kind of ridiculous though. Like, yeah, they forgot Robin, and this is why I homeschooled. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Denise, someone didn't do their job. Shirley, bless their heart. You just can't fix stupid. Nope. But there we go. Can we say thank you so much to Producer Sister for putting all of those together? That was awesome. Thank you so much, Producer Sister. Round of applause, hearts in the chat, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Well, guys, that is what I've had prepared for you. So we are now in the closing bit of the end discussion of our stream. And yes, General Scott, I echo this. Thank you, Jacksonville Education Board. You guys do a great job. Great job. Thank you for all the love at Producer Sister. I did want to let you guys know, I thought it was today and I was mistaken, and I'm sorry about that. Wednesday's stream, we're likely not going to be able to start until at least 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Normally, I started around 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, so it's going to be a little bit delayed. As many of you know, there is a construction project happening in the next room, and we have a contractor coming in. We're hoping to have everything done pretty quickly. We're doing our best to make sure that everything will go smoothly, but ultimately, it's not really up to us how long something takes. So if there is a delay for the stream, that is what's going on. I'm not trying to disrespect your time whatsoever, and I will do my best to keep the communication going with you guys so you know what's happening. Check the chat, or I might put something on Insta if it's going to be a big delay, but it shouldn't be. So I'll just keep you guys updated in the chat, and that's what's going on. So that's all that it is. Everything's fine. You got to book people when you can get them, right? You don't always get to choose. It be what it be. But guys, I can say if you guys have any questions, anything you want to talk about, anything you want to ask me, any last minute support to send in, all that good stuff, now is your opportunity. Now is your time to seize the day. Like Kourtney Kardashian seized that Kit Kat and rose to the occasion and made ad revenue off of a video that got 4.6 million views for eating a Kit Kat. And that's kind of like when people say the Kardashians have no talent, I'm like, I'm sorry. It takes some kind of talent to get that many people to look at something that's stupid. You see what I mean? Like, it's just that's not normal. Oh. Billy Cat just asked, does Lacey look super cute after her updo? I mean, she is asleep. I can talk to her for a minute, see if she wakes up. Lacey Bear. Hey. I know you have sleep face because you've been sleeping really well. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Can Mommy pick you up? Oh, yeah, she stood right up. Okay. There she is. She got her hair cut. I think she looks really cute. It's just like, it's so cold now that both of them are like, they're freezing. They're absolutely freezing. But yes, she's good.
No more floof.
No more floof. Well, I mean, she's still pretty fluffy. Like, Charlie's not so fluffy, but she's very fluffy. Put you back. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, she's doing good. She's doing good. So you tell me, does Lacey look super cute after her groom? Jennifer Marie, new lifetime achievement. Be so wealthy that you have nothing better to do to dismantle a Kit Kat before eating it. Can you imagine having the time to do that? Insane. Shauna Brown, thank you for the super sticker you just sent in, the $20 super sticker. I'm just gonna pull it up so I can see it. And it is the hippo going victory. Fantastic. And also thank you so much, General Scott, for the $3 super sticker of the hippo going next time. I very much appreciate that. Thank you for your support, guys. I think especially with the notification thing, I think we rebounded pretty well. Like I think people did find their way in here, which is nice. But it was I was seeing comments that people weren't getting notifications. So any engagement with the stream is super super appreciated. Oh, Pearl Jan's like Coco's barking at her. She gets jealous when I another dog. Oh, I'm sorry. Your mommy loves you, Coco. Your mommy loves you. You're okay. You're okay. Let me see here. Oh gosh, Soki said we need Charlie on some streams for ASMR. Oh my goodness. He is such a character. And the thing is, as soon as I bring him in, everything is about Charlie. Everything is about Charlie. And it's always like, I think Lewis has made a comment to me before, like, why don't you bring Charlie on more? And I'm like, because nobody can get anything done because all he's doing is snorting and he wants your attention constantly. He's adorable, but it's like if there's a Charlie stream, it's the Charlie stream. It is 100% just the Charlie stream. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Oh. Well, you guys, we've been going for 2 hours and 11 minutes. I think I am going to wind us down. And if all goes according to plan, we should be back Wednesday. Um, I hope you guys are doing good. And I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. I think we had fun. Are you guys cool if I do those multiple topics like we did earlier, like that I go through a few of them and, kind of give my thoughts as we go and do the different stories as opposed to having one that I go super deep on? Let me know what you think. I will ask you guys if you would not mind when the stream ends, please leave a comment on the stream. I could see 125 people here. If even half of you left a comment, it would make a massive difference in the algorithm. It really does. And it's something that you can do that really, really helps the channel and helps me a lot. So thank you guys all so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and run the outro. Thank you all. Much love to you. And I will see you all soon. Thanks so much.